All right, sad day in Philadelphia. We're back. We're
day.
back with the little lounge talk episode. I got my boy Guy replacing Mitch here. Guy's a all-time life hater. Just loves to hate. So we got into it all week in our group chats. It's good to have him on so we can do this in person. But it's a sad day. Sixers go down. Knicks win the series 4-2. Initial thoughts.
I mean, none really talked about the last game, right? I mean, we talked about it before we started this, like. No fingers to point, right? Usually we always go, it's Embiid's fault, it's Tobias' fault. We can get into that later on.
Yeah, we're going to do that for
sure.
But,
I mean, look, we couldn't ask for a better game, right? The bench did what we were supposed to do. If you tell us that the bench is going to give us 40-plus points in this game, we win, right?
I mean,
we've been
listen,
begging for that for years.
That Buddy Hield second quarter was just like out of a movie.
Magical.
Guy doesn't play.
Magical.
Guy doesn't play for 2 games, 3 games, comes in, hits 5 threes. Like, Tyrese Maxey and Tobias Harris have 2 points at half. 2 points combined, and we're up 3 points. Like, you're telling me that? We're winning this fucking game.
I think Buddy was, 1 for 7 before?
I mean, he was scared. I think Buddy might have earned himself some extra dollars.
We'll see.
But, man, like, that whole series comes down to, like, offensive rebounds and who wanted it more. And at the end of the day, the Knicks fucking wanted it more. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, the Knicks just gave so much effort. I mean, like we touched on it before, like every time a rebound's coming off the rim, Harden sign, the only one's jumping up. I feel like we all played high school basketball here. I feel like our coaches would have chewed us the fuck out.
Pause, bro. That's crazy, bro. You could have said anything. You said chewed out.
Hold on. Wow, that's crazy.
Damn.
But nah, seriously though, we would have been taken out of the game immediately, and it was like that all fucking series.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like I'm very surprised how good Josh Hart has become, and Hartenstein. Hartenstein was fucking automatic with that ugly ass
nasty floater.
And that's why they did a good job of exploiting like the Sixers' weaknesses on defense. Like Embiid couldn't. We had to show for Brunson.
Yeah.
Embiid fell back into the lane, dump it off to Hartenstein, ugly floater, bucket.
I feel like it was just a bad matchup for us in terms of like Embiid is one of those superstars where like he's easy to wear out, right?
Well, especially in the postseason.
Yeah, like if you have 3-4 guys you can consistently throw at him, right? Obviously, he was injured, blah, 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 but they had that firepower. They had that bench step. Bogdanovic got hurt. We should have, capitalized on that, but weren't able to, right?
The series finished, I think it was 606 to 605 in terms of points. I mean, Nick Nurse said it best, too. They won 4-2. We could have easily won 4-2 as well.
Easily.
Their bench the first couple games of the series was amazing, but credit to Tibbs last night. He barely played Dante in the fourth quarter games. Dante played 48 minutes last night. Miles McBride, 9 minutes. Like, he went with what worked.
That's Tibbs.
Yeah.
You're going to get 40-plus minutes with Tibbs.
And that's the thing. Like, the Knicks are playing their starters. The Knicks are playing their starters versus benches. Versus benches a lot. So it's like they are capitalizing on. Without Embiid, they went on these because they're playing their starters all game. And I love that, especially in terms of gambling. You know you're going to get an opportunity. Like, you're going to play.
Over here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talk about the offensive rebounds, right, and the boards, right, and just effort, but they were just able to hit their open shots, right? They hit their open shots, but the reason why they got so many wide open threes is really contingent on the boards, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think sometimes, or even when we came out slow in the first quarter, and I think in the last quarter too, like we were really slow on rotations.
Horrible.
There was a couple of times I was watching the game. If you like pay attention to the 2-3 zone at the wing, like it was either Oubre or Buddy. Like when they were doing switches, like you could see like they weren't sure like where to go.
Yeah.
Right. Like to switch off to the wing or take the corner, and I feel like that's what led to a lot of swing passes to open shots.
Dude, it hurts because usually the Sixers go out sorry as fuck. They go out like ISO ball with Harden and Embiid. That's what it's been every year. This year they played real team basketball, and Nick Nurse had them playing 7-8 deep. Everyone contributing here and there. Like, man, like why do we have to run into the Knicks? We run into the Pacers. We fucking dog them.
It's the Philly curse, dog.
I know we're fucking cursed. This guy's a Packers fan anyway, so he can say that. He could say that.
Fuck the Eagles. But,
that's it.
But no, I mean to your point though, right? I think we did get a little stagnant. I think Charles Barkley or Shaq or somebody said it yesterday after the game, like in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, like there was a ton of times where we would do a pick and roll, and like whoever had the ball on the wing was just isolated, and everybody else was on the other side of the court, and like we're constantly just
it's so
ball
easy
faking, like waiting for a dribble handoff, and they were easy to defend us. Like we would take a shot with 6 minutes left, 7 seconds left on the shot clock, and
here's a curious topic.
It's tough.
What do you think about Tobias Harris having 2 shots? Not 0 points, 2 shots. Why do you think he only had 2 shots? Because I can
tough.
argue that it didn't matter because we got the production elsewhere, which we did. But how do you only have 2 shots?
So like, I feel like I
2 fucking shots. 2 shots.
2 shots for what? What's his contract again?
$35 million.
Yeah, a year. That's crazy. I mean, look, I feel like Nurse does a good job of feeding the hot hand and kind of giving the ball to like whoever's producing that game.
100%.
The game before Game 5, Tobias, he had 17, 19 points, somewhere around there. Yeah. So I mean, like, he got a little in the flow. You kind of got him in the game, but also, I mean, he wasn't being aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a mix of 2 things. He wasn't being aggressive, but also I feel like the shots just weren't necessarily there for him, right? And then when he did take those 2 shots, they had to be forced up because they were into the shot clock.
Yeah. So he hypothetically could have had 0 shots. He shot 2 end of shot clock shots, and I'm not blaming. I'm not pointing the finger at Tobias Harris for this game because honestly, if he shoots 12 to 15 times, we'd probably lose by 10 to 15.
Fucking 30.
Yeah. I'm happy to see him go. I do think he was a scapegoat a lot, but like I'm not pointing the finger at him last night because we got the production elsewhere.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, we looked early to him Game 5. And you could see that he got going. He was aggressive. Yeah. You can't have to spoon feed a guy baskets.
Yeah.
Who's making $35 million.
I mean, I think our problem is, and what it's been for the past couple of years, obviously Tobias is an easy scapegoat because of his contract. And you look at people, guys around the league. You watch the
100%.
Bucks, you watch the Pacers. I don't know about you, but I'm taking Bobby Portis easy over him.
Bro,
right?
I'm taking like fucking.
Like,
taking everyone in the
right?
There's so many guys that Kelly Oubre's making $3 million. I'm taking him over Tobias Harris.
That's what I'm saying, but like. I feel as though that we've been constantly looking for that bucket getter.
Yeah.
And Tobias hasn't been that. But also, to kind of give him a little bit, take some pressure off of his shoulders, like the way our offense is, it kind of lacks overall a bucket getter. Even with Maxey, like Maxey is great. He's a rising star, he's amazing. Step back 3, step back midi. He's going 100 miles per hour, floater, whatever. But we don't have, you see Brunson take over, we don't have that guy you can go to and be like, just go.
And people are going to say Harden was that guy, you should have never got rid of him. The Sixers with Harden were not good because it was a lot of ISO ball.
That's tough to say.
No, because it was ISO. Like with Nick Nurse, I think it probably would have been better, but it was so much ISO with Doc Rivers where it was so you were not winning shit with that style of basketball.
So I kind of disagree with that only because I feel as though if we had Harden this year, although Maxey took the leap, but Maxey was really good off ball as well. I think with the team that we had with Harden, I think we probably would have won the series.
You're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong, but I still don't think you win with him.
Only because we talk about Brunson, right, and their pick and roll and how he's able to find the open guys, right, and that's part of their success. With James Harden, he's still a really good playmaker, and I think that he would have been able to open those shots up for people like Tobias, like people like Kelly, Buddy. I mean, Buddy got going. Buddy got going. Obviously, Game 6, he wouldn't really play much. But I feel as though with his type of playmaking, it's tough because obviously when we was here, like we hated him in some ways because he would never get those foul calls. He didn't have the lift anymore. He couldn't get to the basket.
He still isn't. Like he had a good game too, I think, and then other than that, like he's been whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's tough. I don't know.
Who I think Tobias just needed to be like a poor man's version of? Chris Middleton. Like he needed to be a poor man's Chris Middleton, and we'd be like perfect.
At this point, he's a fucking poor man's PJ Washington. Like I'll take that, bro. Like,
bro, dead ass. Like I really don't know where Tobias Harris goes, where he's gonna, going from $35 million to like probably like.
Right.
Well,
a good team go take a chance on him though.
A good team.
His contract's not gonna be that great, that much.
Well, let's talk about it. Where do you think? Where does his style of play fit for winning basketball?
I mean, let's look at a team like the Nuggets. Yeah. Aaron Gordon's the fourth option, and he's not even close to what Aaron Gordon could be.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly because of his athleticism, like you said. Those lobs that he's able to catch from Murray and Jokic just plays perfectly.
I mean, like, would Tobias Harris fit on a team like the Kings?
I don't know. They already have Barnes, which is
I'm about to say Barnes.
Similar.
Barnes is a better 3-point shooter.
Yeah, like I don't know where Tobias Harris.
Bro.
What is Tobias Harris good at? I think the only thing that he's relatively average at when his back's to the basket, that little mid-range turnaround jumper.
He just doesn't.
But like that isn't sexy in today's NBA game.
He needs. I don't think he'll be able to be on a team that's necessarily translates to winning basketball because he needs to be for him to get going. He needs to be like an actual second option.
Yeah.
He needs to have those pick and rolls called for him, get him to like the high post and like let him work.
Maybe Indy. I mean, like they kind of have a
dude, they're young.
Only because of Pascal Siakam.
Was Pascal going back there?
Oh yeah, he's a free agent. Right, yeah, right. I mean, with this current run that they're on,
I mean, if they get past the Knicks, he's probably gonna go back there. But
they're just
to him and Howie work. Like I feel like they're just so spread out. Like Andrew Demhart can give you 15, Aaron Naismith can give you 15.
Yeah.
Like they're just a weird team, and betting on them is brutal.
I feel as though Pacers wise though, I'm not taking Tobias because you've seen the way this series has gone. I mean, obviously they won last night, but any given day it was somebody different. Whether it was Miles Turner day, whether it was Pascal Siakam going for 30, whether it was Tyrese hitting 7 threes, whether it was Nemhard and Neesmith giving you like 15, 20 plus points. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He'll probably. I could see him going back to like the Clippers and coming off the bench.
Yeah, I think his next move is.
That motherfucker going to China.
Buddy played his way out of China last night.
Dude.
Low key.
So, like, Buddy Hield is, like, the perfect fit for a team like the Sixers. It's just he was so fucking bad. He was so bad for so long. He
just didn't, like, shoot. He just wasn't shooting.
So, Buddy's situation reminds me of Isaiah Joe's situation with Doc, where obviously Buddy is a veteran, and Isaiah Joe was, a young starter player, and he didn't really get time, but you're a shooter, bro. You're a spot shooter. You're a volume shooter. You have to get those shots up. You have to see those shots go in. And so Nick Nurse kind of was playing him like 10 minutes, 12 minutes. It's like as a shooter,
you got to pull.
I think I try and tell I try and tell my friends who don't gamble every night about this shit. Like we've known Buddy Hield is like the most streaky guy, but he has to get the volume up. Exactly. So Buddy Hield comes in and gives you 20 minutes, 1-3. Bro, don't even come to the fucking game.
Yeah, facts.
Like, stay the fuck home.
Yeah.
But last night, he was aggressive right away. And when guys make their first and second shots, like, they're going to keep going. They miss their first couple, like, they're going to be trigger shy. So, if Buddy Hield's in the game, I need you shooting, being aggressive every time.
So with that said, maybe we can transition over into this offseason.
Great.
Right?
Yeah, great transition.
Good. That's good podcasting.
Good podcasting.
Right.
All right, so here's a debate that I've been texted a bunch this morning. Paul George or Jimmy Butler? If you could have one of the two for the Sixers.
Shit. I mean, look, just all based on Jimmy's track record, him as a person.
Yeah.
The mentality.
Yeah, just everything about Jimmy. You got to go with Jimmy. I like Paul George as a player. I love him, but he disappears a lot.
So this is gonna sound a little crazy, and it's probably not the right terminology for it. But I think if Paul George came to the Sixers, he would become a glorified Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't show up when it matters, and we'd pay him so much money to suck, and then like you see him elsewhere just gonna drop like 35.
That
just feels like more.
I wholeheartedly agree with you on that because they would essentially play like the same role.
Yeah.
The only thing is that Paul George can get his own bucket.
Yes, but he would not show up. Some games would be like, "Yo, we just had with Tobias Harris." Like, what the fuck?
But then it's like on the defensive end, though. I mean, we talk about how good Tobias was defensively. I feel like Paul George is definitely better defensively on the perimeter and just on for multiple positions.
It does give you a guy that you can just pass the ball to and say go.
Yeah,
that's cool. But I don't want to take. So I love Jimmy too, and I would love to bring him back, like fairy tale ending for him and Embiid. Like, but I just don't want to take the ball out of Max's hands as much as like that would happen.
See, but I feel like Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy didn't play with Maxey.
Nah.
I feel like Jimmy, just the way he is, like as just like a leader, he'll be like, yo, like you know what I'm saying, like let the young kid go. Like I think he understands that. I think he'll be able to take a backseat until we really need him.
For sure.
But I mean, look, I say trade for Lauri Markkanen. That's my role here.
Similar to how Buddy was always like being monitored by the Sixers. I feel like people really have always been wanting Lauri here.
Yeah.
And we've never had a real true four next to him.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys are tripping. This is the most delusional thing I've ever said. The most delusional thing. But yo, it's the perfect situation for the King to get another one. If LeBron wants any chance at sniffing getting back to the finals,
go to the Eastern Conference.
He's got to go East. So you got 3 teams in the East.
Yeah.
He can go back to Cleveland. I just don't think they're that good. I don't think Mobley, Jared Allen, and Garland. I don't think Mitchell's staying, but I just don't think they're that good.
I agree.
So then it's like, all right, you got the Knicks, you got the Sixers. We got USA basketball all summer, and Embiid's going to play with LeBron. They're going to win the gold. Embiid's going to sniff a chance of winning. Bron's going to be like, yo.
Barring injury.
Yeah. Barring injury, which I don't even think he should play.
He shouldn't play, especially after him just hobbling.
I don't think, but he went through all this work to become a U.S. citizen to play for that. He's probably going to play.
Yeah. For sure.
So, all right. Now you got a team with Embiid and Maxey and all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Bron could build whoever he wants here.
Yeah.
Or you go to the Knicks with like Brunson, who's going to be ball dominant. They have like really good pieces too.
I don't think they need him, right? Like,
Do we know? I think a vital part to this conversation is: do we know his contract? Bron's,
He opted out.
He's opted
He opted out.
But
Yeah.
okay, so
I think he opted out. I can't confirm
he's
that.
gonna. I mean,
so
if he wants to stay,
it would be
stay,
a whole new
but-
contract then.
Yeah.
it's probably 2 or 3 years.
So what do you think? Yes. What do you think he would demand?
2 years, 100 million. We have it.
Oh,
Yeah, we have that.
all the
We
money.
have it.
But we have that. I think I was looking at it earlier. So because we have to extend Maxey, obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So we'll have Maxey and Embiid on the books.
That's
I think
it.
we'll have 60 million in cap space, somewhere around there.
And
Yeah,
they're gonna
somewhere around
cut. They're gonna cut Paul Reed.
there. Yeah,
likely.
because
Paul Reed
Can't
shouldn't even be in the NBA. I'm sorry.
I've been saying this for years.
Yeah, me
I'm so
too.
glad
Dude,
like,
that
fans
my
made
friends
them
finally
sign him.
understand. Paul
Yeah.
Reed.
I'll argue with you about Tobias Harris, like his role and what he needs to do. I will not argue about Paul Reed. That motherfucker needs
Nah,
to go, bro.
hold on.
He's so
We've
bad.
had multiple conversations, and not just you, but our group chat
Oh my
overall.
God, our fucking
bro,
group
y'all
chat.
love Paul Reed.
I don't think I've ever loved Paul Reed. In the regular season, cool. He's a undersized center, and I blame Daryl Morey for not prioritizing backup center. Andre Drummond was out there on a $3 million contract.
Yeah.
Bro,
I mean,
you
he
know
got
what?
signed by Salt Lake City, by Utah, and the fans were like, "You have to match it. You have to bring him
Thank
back."
God
Yeah.
we didn't make the second round because he's fucking out of here. Go to
Bro,
Utah.
Paul Reed hoops like he's at Rucker Park. Like, no bullshit. Like, I've been saying this. Like,
Bro,
yeah,
he
his
can't
minutes are
catch.
terrible.
He's athletic, I guess, but like,
He really can't catch, bro. Every time he touched the ball, the whole series through his hands.
yeah,
It's crazy.
literally every time.
Boy got butter on
Like
his
we were
shit.
playing Batum. Batum was like a modern day Magic Johnson. Motherfucker was playing center, guarding Brunson.
He was awesome.
Yeah, I love
mean,
Batum.
look, in terms of our all season, right? I mean, I think it goes without saying we need to get the role players surround. The only tough players that the free agent class is kind of iffy.
Right.
Nah, that's just mud.
Yeah.
Which sucks because the first year they had
It's harder.
the money.
Harder.
I mean, look, I think this is what we do. We have to get some borderline all-star, whether it's Paul George or trade for Lauri Markkanen. I mean, we have 5 first-round picks that we actually can trade now in draft capital, and now we have the cap space for it.
And the Clips picks are going to be valuable because they
We're
might
the
fall
16th
for
pick,
sure.
bro.
For sure.
They really might fall off.
That, and then I think we need to bring back Kelly, Melton. If Batum doesn't retire, I would love Batum back. I'll even take Kyle Lowry back for the you know what I'm saying, for the veteran presence.
What about Campaign?
But then Campaign as
would
well.
love Cam back.
But
I
then-
don't want Kyle Lowry back. He's
Me
done.
neither.
He's
Yeah,
done. He's
I mean,
washed.
look,
He was right on the other side of his wall.
I was just throwing
He
that out there
really
just in terms of like
the
veteran status,
roster.
but I would love Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin, cool.
I would love Gary Trent.
Gary Trent's perfect.
And I
Kills
would
the
love,
Sixers.
Drummond or there has to be another big man that is just like somewhat athletic.
I'll take fucking Precious Achua. I can't believe he
I'll
doesn't.
take Jock Landale, bro.
Nick Claxton,
Yo,
I
that's
think,
his
might be
name?
out there. Yeah, on
Isn't it?
Houston.
What's his
Jock Landale?
Yeah.
On the Suns?
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
I think he's on Houston now. He got paid.
Yeah, he
No,
got,
no. Wait, who's the backup?
No, you're right. You're talking about Drew Eubanks is the backup for.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'll take Drew Eubanks. I swear to
Dude,
God.
I can't believe the Knicks didn't play Precious Achua after like those first couple games. Like he's pretty good. He's a Sixers killer, and like he's just athletic, rim running.
That's another guy you can throw on Embiid.
Dude,
But
you just need bodies.
I mean,
He
that's
looked good last night.
that's
I thought he
Tibbs.
played
That's
well.
Tibbs. Though.
Embiid did look good. Embiid look. I won't
He looked
blame.
great.
Embiid showed up last night in a legacy game for him. Maxey's too good to have 2 points at halftime.
Yeah.
But like
14 total,
we were
that's not
winning.
good.
I'm not complaining for
Yeah.
winning.
I
I
agree.
mean, so
Defensively, he was a little disappointing. They had some easy layups.
Easy backdoor
I just
punts.
want to play a little devil's advocate, right? And I
That's
think
your
I already
favorite
know.
thing to
I
do.
think I already know where it's gonna end up. But Embiid played great, but I think there's a stat out there that like his averages in the fourth quarter overall in the playoffs is like he shoots like 21% from the field. Like he's just awful, essentially, right? Now I already know what y'all are gonna say. Teams buckle down, they start double teaming him. You know he's tired, etc. But like it's been 7, 8, 6 seasons of
Dude, yeah.
this happening in the playoffs.
It's
So
hard
like,
to keep defending him. It's hard. Like I don't give a shit what happens in the regular season NBA. Literally, couldn't care less. Guys like Anthony Edwards and Jamal Murray, they don't care about the
Amazing.
regular season. But when the lights come on in the postseason, they're the best players on the court.
Anthony Edwards is the best player on the
And,
planet.
and
He's
so
yeah,
cool.
the planet. And Jamal Murray, Jokic is amazing. But without Jamal Murray,
yeah.
Totally.
they're bounced in a bunch
Yo,
of
It's
series.
a perfect roster to build.
And you don't talk about Jamal Murray in the regular season or Anthony Edwards, really.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Jamal Murray's been hurt a little bit. He's even hurt, I think, right now,
Yeah.
technically.
And,
But
some nights in the regular season, like Anthony Edwards will have like 15 points. Like
yeah,
he don't care because when it's a
Yeah.
7-game series in a half-court game,
He's like banking
he's
in
the i-
threes.
I mean,
he's the ideal player.
he's also just
He's a getter.
he's
Like,
cut from a different cloth.
He's a dog,
yeah.
bro.
What is he, 22, 23?
he's a
23,
young
I
bull.
think.
Also, he's
Yeah.
rocking the Adidas ball shoes. So tough.
Side
So
note,
tough.
Adidas has the best ball shoes out right now.
100%.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
well,
play basketball anymore.
Yeah, I know, but
Everybody just thinks
obviously
Nike.
Anthony Edwards, low top, high top. They got the
Harden.
new Dames coming out.
Hardens are
The
tough,
Hardens, they're all they're fire.
So
Fire.
back to a little like Sixers talk, and we're gonna mix in some Pacers Bucks with this. So we trade Pat Bev, we get Kyle Lowry, sign Kyle Lowry, we get Campaign. First of all, question one: of those three guys, who would you rather have? Pat Bev, Campaign, Kyle Lowry. Two, what do we think about Pat Bev throwing the ball at the fan last night?
That's just Pat Bev. I mean, he brings that type of energy. I mean, definitely not okay,
Right.
but like. That's just Pat Bev, right?
No one's
Like,
hurt. Like he
we're-
threw the fucking ball.
We're talking about a guy who literally damn near cried and jumped on the fucking scores table when they made the play in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very emotional, and honestly, it kind of misses integrity, his grit, on this team. But transition around to who would I rather between Lowry, Pat Bev, and Campaign? It's going to be between Pat Bev and Campaign.
Mm-hmm.
It's really give and take what you want.
Yeah.
Because like
Very different.
For the Sixers team,
I love
the
having
Campaign.
I thought that was so cool.
Campaign.
Just a spark, yeah.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Like something
I-
like that.
I agree. I think we haven't had guys like Campaign. There's always like a fan favorite.
Role
Yeah.
player, fan
Role
favorite.
player fan favorite, and Campaign like grew into that, but Pat Bev was also that
Yeah,
for
beforehand because he was a dog.
he's a dog, but like.
He had 14, 8, and like 6 the other night.
Very crazy we traded him,
Yes,
I feel like.
but
it worked
with Dame hobbled and
Yeah.
Giannis obviously
Yeah, no, I
not on
know.
the floor, but like now this is a big if, but like, do you think Pat Bev comes in and gives the same spark Sixers that Campaign did? That one game we
he
hit
brings a
3
different
threes,
It's
Right.
more of the
But no,
Kyle
you're right,
Lowry
you're right.
like
Yeah.
toughness route,
I
which
agree.
I think I'd rather have Pat Bev than Kyle Lowry for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
For
like
sure.
2 weeks ago, Kyle Lowry was on this side of the wall,
Yeah.
and I was
now
like,
he's playing 35 minutes a night. It's too
Yeah.
much. I think their biggest issue is they're lacking a point guard. I think more than ever, I realize Maxi's like a pure shooting guard and
what I've
not a
been saying.
distributor, which is fine. But like,
He's not a good
throw
passer.
Mike Conley next to him. Throw
nah,
fucking.
fuck Mike Conley, he can't make
No,
threes.
you're tripping. I love Mike Conley.
I just need someone to
Mike
set the
Conley
table.
is the reason why the Timberwolves are so good right now.
You think?
I think it's
I
a
know.
big piece of it.
Fucking
Yeah.
see, when I bet on guys like Mike Conley and he sells me I don't think I've ever won a bet on Mike Conley. I'm just like, yo, he's whatever.
See, I mean, look, you're more of like a gambling guru, but it's not. It's about what doesn't show
I
up.
know, I know,
You know,
I know.
what doesn't show up on the stat sheet, right?
I
Like
know.
That's all. That's all.
his
him.
But like, if he came here and he had like 6 points, 4 assists, but we won. I mean, he's making Tobias Harris money, I think, still from that Grizzlies
Okay.
contract.
yeah, he's definitely making
correct.
chicken.
So look, correct me. Like keep me true here, right? Last year, Timberwolves they make playoffs
Yeah, they lost to the Nuggets, I think.
exactly. And how many games do you all remember?
Know.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Might have
Whatever.
been quick.
But I think it was quick. If you were to roll back that tape, a big part of the reason why, obviously, they didn't have the team they had today, and Jaden McDaniels is all of a sudden a superstar, apparently. But that veteran point guard, floor general, they just didn't have.
Yeah.
They've
All
been
right,
searching
floor
that.
general.
Floor general.
Floor
Yeah,
general.
That's
And
that's
dude-
perfect word for it.
Lowry was becoming that for a
Yeah.
little bit, and then like these last 3 games, he was just horrible.
Yeah.
They definitely got him for that role, but he just kind of like was pulling sometimes, and I'm like, dude, you have Embiid and Maxey. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean,
Not his fault we lost, but
He
I just
turned
didn't
into
think it
like
was
a charging merchant.
great. Yeah,
Take
Yeah.
a charge maybe.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I'm pretty sad
Me
because
too.
I didn't want it to end.
for sure.
Like those games were so good. Like
So good.
I literally had to like prepare myself for my body going to war watching these
Oh,
games.
I was stressing.
Bro, I haven't felt that kind of emotion. Like my wife's upstairs, like,
was-
why
it
are
was
you
weird.
why are you yelling? I'm like, you just don't understand.
Yeah.
It was a weird one.
I was
last
watching
night.
that game like a horror movie. I was like over here like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
This
looking,
guy
looking
turned the
through my
game
fingers.
off. He didn't
was-
watch the game when Maxey hit the.
I didn't see any
when
of
Maxey
it.
hit the three,
bro.
turned it off.
Bro, I was
That is
watching.
crazy.
I was watching the game. 30 seconds left. Where I think we're down by 6. I was like, I'm just being negative. I was just
Yeah,
like,
always
fuck. I was
negative.
like,
It was
I was like, fuck this. I was like, yo, it's over with. Like, just fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Literally, group chat start blowing up. Oh my god, Maxey,
Yeah.
big dick, long dick.
Yeah, his shit was crazy long.
Yeah, but nah. I mean, shout out him for him to do that and then kind of shit the bed.
You know
last
what just
game, but-
sucks though, man? Like, it's April. It's May 3rd right
About
now.
to be the dog days of summer of
It's
baseball.
May 3rd. Like, we gotta wait a whole year to just maybe feel this
Yeah,
again.
It sucks.
yeah.
Maybe we'll feel this again. We could not even make it. We could stink and know we're gonna stink.
It's like growing up being an Eagles fan. It's becoming that
Well,
level
guy-
of
guy-
disrespect.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
yeah,
you
But all
wouldn't
I know
know.
is pain, though, for real. Because like Packers have hurt me probably more than the Sixers.
What do you think
honestly.
about the Packers draft?
You said what?
Talk about NFL draft
Packers
real quick.
draft.
Who'd they grab?
Who they get?
you guys might not be as familiar. I mean, first pick was just like a
Offensive lineman.
offensive lineman. You know,
Okay.
we definitely needed that. We lost 3 like offensive lineman guys in the off season. Second round was a linebacker from Texas A&M, Adrian Cooper. He's a dog.
I heard a lot about him.
And then Javon Bullard was also second round pick. Y'all know him because he knocked out Marvin Harrison Jr. in that college football
Gotcha.
playoff game.
Oh, wow.
He's the one who hit him. So like he's like a nickel safety guy, hits hard, fast. Georgia Bulldog, can't go wrong.
What's early Packers take this year?
I mean, early.
This guy's a negative Nelly, so I want to see what he
Oh
says.
nah. Well,
He's not going to say Super Bowl. He hasn't said it yet.
oh hell no. I mean, well look, after last year, after we overachieved, right? I mean, I think the world would say, all right, like they're a contender. I mean, I think we're still very young. We have the youngest team, I think, in the NFL, like average age of like 24, 25, whatever. I mean, I think I'm going to give them at least 2 more years to develop before I'm like Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah.
But I think they'll be a 10, 11 win team.
Yeah.
We have a pretty tough schedule right now on paper.
Yeah, when
Is-
you start the season versus the best team in
Is
the NFL.
Love the guy? 100%?
My hands out.
Jordan Love is the guy. 100%.
Oh, he's the guy. He's the
Yeah,
guy.
he's the guy.
I mean,
You
like,
guys signed McKinney, right?
McKinney,
That's
yeah.
good. That's
Signed
good signing.
McKinney. Trying to think who else we signed.
Another safety, or you already have a good safety? I forget.
We drafted 3 safeties.
Oh God, never mind. Never mind.
Drafted 3 safeties.
What do you think
What
about
about
the Eagles?
yeah?
draft?
What about the Birds?
I mean, love it. I mean, obviously, I'm upset because y'all traded with your arch nemesis, fucking Washington, to jump and get Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean is what y'all call him
Cooper
now.
John's are going to be crazy.
I wanted him, right? I mean, he was mocked to go in the first round. So I really, really wanted him when we took the offensive tackle, but then it made me feel a little better when he drops the second round. But then,
Right.
of course, Howie does Howie shit, and he jumps up
Why
and
do
get
you
him.
think he dropped the second round?
Because,
Complexion.
so,
I was going to say.
yeah, probably because he's the white corner. Nah, I think the ambiguity of like his actual position, probably, you know, because there was a lot of talk. He could play nickel. Can he play outside corner? Can he play safety? What is he actually going to be? And for you guys, he's going to be a safety, right?
Yeah.
So I think with you guys, especially Vic Fangio, I think he's your defensive
Yeah.
guy now. You know, he'll definitely have some
He's gonna throw him
versatility.
anywhere, yeah.
But I think him getting drafted to you was actually perfect because you know that he's going to be your safety,
Yeah.
right? Whereas I think with the Packers or a lot of other teams, he would kind of would have been like a Swiss Army knife. There's no like, you know, hardcore, I guess, spot for him. So
They have a lot of guys they're going to throw around.
Dude,
So we'll see.
yeah.
How does Howie Roseman do it? Like, he had, like, the best offseason ever on paper. Because you know what happens when, like, teams just load up with stars? They fucking drop. They're just duds. Look at the
dynasty.
Suns.
Yeah.
Like, duds.
as a hater, like I got nothing but love. I gotta respect Howie.
Dude, he's...
You gotta respect him. Ever since he fucked up, and I think he came out publicly and said that I think he wasn't listening to the scouts or something like that with Jalen Reagor. Ever since that year that he messed up and didn't take Justin Jefferson, he's literally hit every single time.
Yeah.
Not every time.
I wouldn't say, like, Jordan...
Well, the past 3 drafts, at least, quote unquote, have been a really good draft grade. Obviously, the jurisdiction's out for a lot of people, like
Yeah.
Kobe Dean.
Like
but-
I think a
you
lot
know
of
who's
what
going to
he
be good? You know who's going to be good?
Who?
Keon Coleman.
Yeah, on the
Oh
Bills.
yeah, I mean he
He's
has
cool
the
as hell.
he has the personality. He's,
Tiger wish I could. That's what he said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's out. Yeah, Tiger wish I could.
Not
Yeah,
Tiger
yeah.
Woods.
That was his draft.
He's just
combine.
got, like, watching him at FSU. He's a guy you watch, like, for I think 3 or 4 years at FSU, like,
And
dominated.
Michigan State too. He was great.
Dominated.
Yeah.
So, like, for the Bills, they lose Diggs, but I really do think Keon Coleman's going to be good.
I think as long as you have Josh Allen, you could win 10 games.
This
Like,
this
that's-
may be like a weird like take, but I think he's perfect for the Bills because it's cold as shit. You know, constant snowing, just cold in Buffalo, right? And like he's the type of receiver where he relies on his jump ball like strength ability. He's not relying on route running and cutting. Like it gets cold out. It gets tough to
lot of snow.
run your routes. You know, and
Dude,
like
I think
And
I
he
was.
played at Michigan State, so
Exactly,
he's used
like-
to cold weather.
No, he played at
He
Florida State.
transferred from
yeah,
Oh,
share
like-
Michigan State over to Florida
Dude,
State.
you know what's crazy too? Because I was watching I was on TikTok, just being addicted to TikTok. Like I am.
best.
Don't ban TikTok. He ran like a 4.6 40, but then he ran the fastest. What's the one called where they run?
yeah,
run-
where they're
or whatever.
catching.
They
yeah.
just-
Yeah, I think he was going like 20 miles, like 20
Yeah, he
miles
was
per
like the
hour, something
fastest
that.
one there.
Yeah, so I mean, that just goes to show you that 40 speed really, honestly means
so
nothing.
dumb.
And
You know who?
they
Know who I
oversaturated.
had a great off season too?
Who?
Chiefs.
Yeah, man.
I liked a lot of people's drafts.
You know who had the worst draft? Fucking Broncos, bro. You got
Bro,
Bo Nix and Zach
Bo Nix.
Wilson.
So bad. Oh wait, I didn't even realize they had Jack Wilson.
Yeah, they traded for him right
Bo
after.
Nix, that's the Spider Man.
right before.
That's literally the Spider Man. Bo Nix and Zach Wilson.
Bo Nix, Zach Wilson, and Jared Stidham.
Jared Stidham's the best
Stidham.
one there.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're weird, dude. Sean Payton's a weird guy. I don't know what his motive is
I
here.
wouldn't want to play for him.
Yeah. Seems like a dickhead.
I don't know.
You know what I love? I love seeing Bill Belichick have personality.
Yeah, he's been
It's
good.
like really cool.
And
seeing him.
Saban was great too.
Yeah,
They're
but
both
Saban,
fun.
like, he's not going back. Like,
Right.
Bill Belichick's just waiting for someone to fuck with him.
I
Giants
love
job.
it
He's
as
gonna get
a
that
as a
Giants
Packers fan. You know, when we put a target on someone's back in terms of like we might mark them as like not outgoing or just a shitty person. Aaron Rodgers,
Right.
I mean, he's all over the place. But like, I like when people like have a chance to be themselves on camera and people
Yeah.
like end up liking them. Right.
Yeah.
Like before all of the political stuff with Aaron Rodgers, like the Pat McAfee stuff, like people like were like, oh, okay, like he's actually like normal. He's actually like somewhat smart, etc. Same thing with Bill Belichick. You know, with him being on TV for the draft, like.
It was cool.
Yeah, because everyone's always just chalked him up as just being quiet and like kind of a dickhead.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I said in our group chat, like, listen, I hope the Eagles don't get Belichick because he doesn't seem like a fun guy to play for in 2024.
All of his players love him. Though.
Yeah,
Right.
But now I'm like, I see him and I'm like, okay, I see a different side of him.
Yeah.
It does feel like Sirianni's one bad season from.
I think Belichick at the end of his career now is going to be happier when he's coaching and like smile
Yeah.
more. Like taking this offseason off, like I don't got to be such a.
The pressure's not on him anymore.
Yeah.
He had to live up. We went through that dynasty for 10 plus years, and I feel like he had the pressure of living up to that. And you know, like the first season with Mac Jones, I think they were okay.
Yeah, they were
and then
okay.
you kind of maybe thought that he could grow. Mac Jones can grow into it, and he just kind of just shit the bed.
I think they set Mac Jones up to fail. Honestly, I don't think Mac Jones is good by any means, but I think he was
Yeah.
set up to. And I think could happen to Drake May there too. Honestly.
Well, the only thing going for Drake May is that the Patriots always consistently build a good line, so their line's solid. And in this current draft, they draft like 3 receivers.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, for sure. I like Drake May. I like all the quarterbacks, but
Yeah.
yo, I actually think the Bears are gonna be so good. And I don't
Yeah, fuck
I don't want to like Caleb Williams. I don't want to like Caleb Williams because I just like he lost me so much money at USC.
Yeah.
And I think like guys who lose in college, granted football is a different sport than basketball. Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, losers. I don't think Caleb Williams is a loser, but that's how I view him.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be so good if he's good.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's all
Bro,
all
Keenan
contingent on
Allen,
him.
Romeo Aduze, and fucking DJ Moore.
Their
Great
offense on
DeAndre
paper
Swift.
is incredible. I think that their line is still kind of sus.
Yeah.
And with a quarterback like that, I mean, he can improvise, so he can get out of
Yeah.
the pocket and
Yeah.
you know make plays. I think,
Yeah.
but
That's a
we'll
tough,
see, right? We'll see. I mean,
You're good. You're good. It's a tough place to play. So
Yeah.
you get hit once in that cold weather, you're cooked.
yeah. So I mean, look, here's the thing though. Like everyone's talking like he's going to be CJ Stroud. Like there's not many like rookie QB seasons that we see someone go out there. I mean, we see someone go out there and do what CJ Stroud
Dude,
did.
CJ Stroud's so good.
Right? Like he's going to have his growing pains. He's going to have his struggles.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm also just being a hater because I'm a Packers fan. Fuck the Bears.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
They have too many new players too. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna need some.
Do you
time.
think the Texans running back? Because like a lot of guys have sophomore slumps.
Oh, I love the Texans.
they're so cool?
Dude, the Texans have done everything the right way. I love D'Amico Ryans. Obviously,
Yeah.
they got Stephon
former
Diggs
Eagle,
now.
former Eagle, D'Amico Ryans.
Even before to them getting Stephon Diggs, I like their receiving core. Dalton Schultz, Tank Dell coming back
Dude,
off
Dalton Schultz
injury,
good.
Nico Collins,
Mechie.
Mechie. Like,
They're good.
yeah.
Noah Brown. Noah Brown's a killer.
He left, actually, I think.
Oh, he got
left.
paid.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Oh, Joe Mixon they got.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
You like Josh Jacobs over Aaron Jones as a Packers fan?
This guy. he
Yes
likes
and
Aaron
no.
Jones.
Yes and no, because I love Aaron Jones. Love Aaron Jones. He was dynamic. He's honestly arguably probably the best running back we've ever had. But he did it. He was always injured. He is a little smaller. We did draft Marshawn Lloyd from USC. They have a very similar skill set, so I think they'll be like a good 1-2 punch. The one thing about Josh Jacobs I like is that he's a bruiser, right? Like we thought we had that with AJ Dillon, and he ended up not being as good as we thought. But like,
He's still there?
We re-signed him for like literally $1 million.
Okay.
But Josh Jacobs, the way he runs, like, bro, like,
I feel like
and
you're-
that cold, like, you're not gonna win a tackle.
Yeah.
Right. It feels similar to like the Dalvin Cook path for Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I feel like he might be just in China in a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Speaking of China, I think we should go to our next topic. Guy, who do you like in the Kentucky Derby this weekend?
bro,
I wasn't expecting
bro.
that.
Does any black person follow the Kentucky Derby? I can't tell you a name one horse.
You were at Saratoga, right? Or no?
Yeah, I'll just Saratoga with you.
Saratoga was mad fun.
That was
It
awesome.
was mad fun. That was mad fun.
Did you win any money? not
I
bet?
didn't bet. I don't think.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
probably
I mean,
lost.
which is like kind of counterintuitive. Like, if I'm there going to watch some fucking horses, I might as well bet. I was just popping peanuts. Pause. I don't even know that was a pause, but I had to make
Dude,
sure.
yeah, Saratoga was fun.
careful.
I'm actually like itching to bet the horses because That was so fun. I won like $1,000 just in person.
That was so fun.
Look,
It's
Jared,
like, it ends and then there's another one a minute later.
I know you run like a very successful gambling Discord, but you might have to call a number on the side. Kentucky Derby.
Bro, it's
That's
like
the time to do it.
That's the time to do it. I'm not betting on horse races in the middle of the night.
I mean, well, yeah,
Thursday
of course.
you could go
Allentown.
to Parks Casino and bet on the horse race.
No, absolutely. I just would never unless I'm physically there watching it. I will I don't have the urge to bet on.
I'm gonna watch it right here.
Kentucky Derby's different.
Kentucky Derby is like the Super Bowl of horse racing. So
no, it is.
And
I know.
It's like I won on the Kentucky Derby last year. It was so fun. I'm like sitting there with Tommy. We're in front of the TV. Go, and like
It's the
won.
guy smacking his ass with the newspaper.
Who y'all rooting for?
Bro, I couldn't tell you, bro.
Like fucking.
Yeah, I know you.
I'm rooting
Your
for-
memory's fucking shot.
I'm rooting for like this
Smarty
guy to come in
Jones.
first, second, and third.
Jay's such a dad now, man.
Oh, I'm a dad, bro. I want to watch games on TV. I don't want to fucking stay out late.
I'd rather fucking bet on like pro-am tennis than Kentucky Derby.
The Kentucky Derby's 10 times better than anything tennis. I promise.
I feel like
I do both.
Over in 11 seconds. That's the crazy thing about it. You wait all day and then it's over.
You wait all day. It's a minute.
That's how Saratoga was.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
so
but
fun.
we just sat there back to back to back. It was
Yeah, but that was. I hate the 45-minute being there. Like
Yeah,
45 minute intervals.
the intermission.
Couple more things I want to hit on. It's not a great time to be a Porter Jr. MPJ. Three brothers arrested or in trouble in 2 week span.
3? I thought 2.
Nope, the third. The
The
youngest
third one just came out. I think the news just came out the other day. I mean, what? The one, obviously, Jonte. I mean, honestly,
Jonte, like,
Free him.
I don't hate him
He's
for doing
fine.
that. He was like, "Yo, bro, take my unders. Like, I'm finna brick this bitch." But I guess funny. But
I wish he was betting on his overs because it's just like
yeah,
it's scummy the way he did it. You betting on your over, yo, I'm a snap
Yeah.
tonight.
I mean, look, that family. Obviously, you want to have self-success, but they're set, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he got a couple million, I'm sure, for being on the Raptors. He's now banned.
Well, it's just
forever.
crazy, like back to back to back, like.
Yeah.
Bro, like what? MPJ 5-3s?
Right. I mean,
MPJ 5-3s or 0-3s?
did you hear what MPJ said when they asked him about it?
Yeah, it was a good response.
Yeah,
What'd he say?
He pretty much just said it's tough, but the guys in the locker room are his brothers right now. Essentially, so he's got to lock in and be there for his brothers in the locker room and obviously play well, which he did. Got the Lakers out of there.
Yeah.
Which I'm a Bron hater, so I'm kind of
sitting in that seat,
sit
too.
right there.
I mean, I respect him. He's the GOAT. But, I just hate him because of his fans. The Bron sexuals,
Yeah, Mitch. So Mitch isn't
Yeah,
here right
Frank,
now, bro.
right now, he would eat him up right now. He'd probably be ready to slap box me. Which, we're talking about Bron. Can we talk about Bronny real quick?
Yeah, we talk about Bronny. Okay, so I think Bronny will get drafted. Guy thinks that he won't.
I don't think he'll get drafted this year. I think long-term he'll get drafted. But it's the only way that I see him get drafted, really this year is if, Bron is being petty and being like, all right, I'm not going to play anywhere unless you draft my son.
What's going to happen?
Insane.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah, I mean, he can make that a demand.
And if Bronny gets drafted, how do you think it's going to go?
I mean,
Because let's keep it how it is. Bronny's a great athlete, plays great. He could probably play defense in the NBA right now. Close to it.
but here's my problem. I've thought about this so much. Here's my problem with Bronny. So he's 6'4", right? He obviously played on USC under below 500 underachieving team. We didn't really get to see him that much, right? He averaged 4, 2, and 2. We're not going to focus on the averages, right? But in terms of his height and where he would play in the NBA, he's 6'4". He shot 3 from 26% in college, which is fucking awful. You know what I mean? He can defend, but to what level can he defend? And right now, his ceiling, not his floor, his ceiling is literally Patrick Beverly as his ceiling.
Yeah.
Which is a damn near 40-year-old journeyman throughout the league who's gotten better. But, I mean, I think we just got to see. I mean, you can't be a 6'4" Thabo Cephalosha. You know what I mean?
So right
Not in
now, well, look at the Lakers team. You taking Max Christie or Bronny James
Come
to
on,
win
bro.
a
I'm
game?
taking Max Christie all day.
You think?
He produced that, Michigan State?
Bro,
and
Bronny would trash Max Christie.
Wow.
Oh, my God. That's crazy
Bro,
to
Bronny
say.
would give Max Christie
You're
work.
joking, right?
No.
Yo,
Max Christie's mug.
This is nepotism at its finest, everyone.
I'm not even a Bron sexual. I just think Bronny would give Max Christie work.
Okay,
Pause.
how can we say that, though? He's literally, 18, and he averaged 4, 2, and 2 on an underachieving USC team. They were ass in the
He would
Pac-12.
strap Max
They were
Christie,
ass.
bro.
Now, if Bronny was on Duke and had the same stats, and all right, cool. You know what I mean? At least you
USC
made it to a
was
tournament.
ass.
You know what I mean? At least you
Yes,
played the ACC, which is like pretty much a basketball powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
But like, bro, he's in the Pac-12.
So
I think he's gonna stay in college. He just visited
should.
Villanova.
He did not visit Villanova.
He visited
no, he did. He
Villanova.
did. I think that's the rumor.
Bro,
yeah.
Bron to the Sixers,
That's
bro.
the thing,
Bron to the
yeah.
Sixers, Bronny to Nova.
Keep the family close.
Bronny to the Sixers after that. Like, we're
But-
about to be lit in Philly.
But,
Jalen
like,
Hurts, Bron, Bryce Harper.
Isn't Bron's whole family like over in LA now?
Yeah,
Obviously?
see, like, why the fuck would Bron ever want to live in Philly, Jersey area? Like,
Yeah.
you live in the hills in LA.
Yeah.
But if he stays in LA, that's just telling me he's good on winning. He's done it all. He don't need to leave, do anything else.
just
But
needs his Taco
if
Tuesday,
he
he's
leaves
good.
LA, you know, what'd you say?
Taco
He just
Tuesday.
needs his Taco Tuesday. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like,
He doesn't give a shit.
you don't think so?
Nah, I feel like
I
he's
miss seeing Bron go for it.
listening to him and like just his demeanor. Like even on JJ's podcast, even when they ask him about like what's next, like his demeanor, he's just like, I'm gonna go home to the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I love him.
he's even said his only goal now is to play with Bronny. Like they when they asked him what his goal was, it wasn't even like, oh yeah, another championship. It's like to play with my son is the goal.
Yeah,
That is cool.
That was a
That's
good,
so
good
cool.
another topic. You think JJ Redick could be the coach of the Lakers?
Not of the Lakers. I think he'll be a coach.
But I was seeing this on Twitter too. Like, Ham's probably gonna go.
I thought he already got.
Ham's probably gonna go, and I think Ham dealt with like a lot of issues that like it was kind of
Yeah.
unfair. But like, at the end of the day, you didn't produce. You're gonna go.
Yeah.
So now it's like Bron's doing his podcast with JJ. He knows JJ's got a great basketball mind. Could help build a roster. Like,
I don't know if I'd want. If I'm JJ, I don't know if I want that.
yeah,
I
if
have
I'm
a
JJ, I
cushy
don't even want to
job.
coach.
Yeah, like I got a nice job.
JJ's just doing so much. We were talking about this with Frank and my other roommate. Like is he ever home? Like he does a podcast with Bron. He does his other podcast. He's on
ESPN.
TV. Like
Yeah.
he wants to coach now. I was like, is he ever fucking home?
Dude, I sat
Like,
next
what
to him
does
at the
he do?
Eagles game. He was in the box next to me at the Eagles game.
Yeah, like
FanDuel's-
he's always doing something.
I had a very bad month on FanDuel, and they sent me some box tickets to the Eagles game, and JJ Redick was right next to me with his kids.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, I think JJ is on a path to be like Pat McAfee of the NBA.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see him coach. He obviously one of the best shooters overall.
Yeah,
And like he obviously has, the skill set to coach. I think he obviously has the rapport with people.
yeah.
We'll see. I mean, I feel like there's no way with his lack of experience that he goes to like a
contender.
superstar team or like a high caliber playoff team and brings them to winning. I think he has to start somewhere that's like iffy,
But like, if I'm him,
like Pistons or some shit.
yeah. How old is JJ? Probably like almost 40. Like, do you really want to go coach the Hornets? Like, where the
Sounds
fuck are the
terrible.
Hornets going?
Well,
Lamelo's going to play half the season. You're going to be the bottom of the league,
Yeah.
and
Like if it's like what's a up and I'm trying to think of an up and like maybe who's the Bulls coach? Is it Billy
Billy
Donovan?
Donovan.
No, okay, they're probably.
bro, I don't want to go to the Bulls either. They're stagnant. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It would have to be like a shitty team. It would have to be like the Pistons.
Maybe Brooklyn. He lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Actually, I forgot about Brooklyn. Yeah,
He
yeah.
always wanted to play
Actually,
for them because his
Brooklyn
family
is
lived
good.
there.
No,
Yeah.
No, I totally forgot about that. Brooklyn makes the most sense.
No pressure.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but
Young guys.
outside of sports talk, really good couple weeks with the Discord. I was smacking last week. Tommy smacking this week. Rockets a lot. Everyone's smacking. So, gambling wise, round one's been good. I hit a parlay on every single series except the Pelicans and the Thunder because that series was,
That was just
mud.
yeah. Well, CJ McCollum is just over there just bricking shit.
Ingram stinks.
Ingram's
McCollum
bricking
stinks.
shit. Zion hurt.
Zion's always hurt. Another guy. Real quick, last thing I want to talk about. I think we should probably really consider shortening the NBA season. Like, think about all the stars injured. You got Zion. You got Jimmy Butler. Giannis. Embiid's probably hurt. Porzingis hurt now. Kawhi hurt. Jamal Murray banged up. Cat banged up.
I think Adam Silver needs to revert that 65 game rule to be
For the MVP.
yeah, for the
45?
awards and whatnot. Yeah, like you got to bring it down to 50 or something because as soon as he put that in for this year and like got rid of the load management, like we got all these injuries again.
It sucks though, cause like, yo, do you know what I would do for $40 million a year, bro? I'll play 200 games.
Yeah.
Facts, but like, bro,
It's also money. I don't think they're going to.
you gotta understand these are like freak athletes. These are 6'8", 6'9"
I know,
men
I
with
know.
like
That's a
like,
bad argument. Be like,
Yeah.
yo, pay me the money, I'll do that. But like, damn, bro, like I feel like guys didn't used to get hurt like this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, look, I see both sides. Like, I understand the side, like like you want to bring, your niece or nephew to see Embiid, and like they're so happy, and then Embiid has to do load management, right? You know what I mean? I get it from like a fan standpoint, but also just for their health. Like, I feel like you You have to let them load manage.
Yeah,
you have
no,
to.
I mean,
Someone like Kawhi, someone
Yeah,
like
you gotta just
Embiid,
factor
someone like
that in.
LeBron, AD, like you know what I mean. Like they've put in the years in the NBA to, I think, enjoy the load management.
so maybe
aspect of it.
you put in like an amount of games someone can miss based on their years in the league. How about that?
But that would be so unfair. I mean, yes, you're right, but that'd be unfair though, because then you could have something like Brandon Roy or some shit happen again, where it's like he's young, but he's having like degenerative knees, but like
It's kind of like getting vacation time at your real job.
I mean, PTO,
So like the
yeah.
more time you work there, the more PTO you get. Like
yeah,
say
I
something
mean
like that.
that's not a bad implementation.
That's kind of a good idea, Adam. So if you're listening, like, you know,
Yeah, right.
I'm
You heard
right
it here
here.
first.
We're right
Jared.
here if you need us, bro.
Yeah, right.
We could give you some more ideas.
Give us some commissioner duties.
Yeah, but all right, that was a good episode of Lounge Talk. Hit on a lot of things. Got a lot of stuff coming. We're gonna get more pods out, more debates coming. Guy's really good debater, and Mitz is too. I'm an all right debater. I like to talk shit on my phone.
Jay's the moderator.
Yeah, I'm a moderator because I can see both
He's
sides.
everything,
pretty
he's everything
easily.
cordial, but
Yeah.
when we got Frankie back, we'll
Yeah, you'll
we'll
start
turn up a little
slapboxing.
bit.
But
Yeah.
all right, love you guys. Let's have a week.